In a cramped apartment in Chicago's South Side, James Carter, a 55-year-old factory worker, lived a life weighed down by routine. The year was 2025, and James felt trapped. His job at a declining textile plant offered little joy, and his relationship with his younger sister, Anna, had frayed after years of distance. Their last conversation, a heated argument over their late mother's estate, lingered like a shadow. One rainy Saturday, James decided to clear out his cluttered storage closet, hoping to distract himself from mounting bills. Among the forgotten items was his grandmother Ruth's antique sewing machine, a heavy, black-and-gold relic from the 1920s. As he dusted it off, a hidden drawer sprang open, revealing a bundle of yellowed letters tied with a faded ribbon. The envelopes bore Ruth's elegant handwriting, addressed to "My dearest friends." James sat at his kitchen table, the letters spread before him. The first, dated April 1923, read, "Dear Clara, the city is unkind to so many, but I've sewn coats for the miller's children. They've nothing warm for winter. It's little, but it brings me joy. My shop is small, but my heart is full. Yours, Ruth." His throat tightened. Ruth, a seamstress in Chicago's bustling tenements, had spent her days stitching clothes for struggling families free of charge. Letter after letter detailed her quiet acts: dresses for jobless mothers, trousers for laborers, even a wedding veil for a neighbor who couldn't afford one. Ruth wrote of her belief that a stitch can mend more than fabricate can mend hope. James stared at the letters, his own life in sharp contrast. He'd grown bitter, blaming the world for his troubles, layoffs, debts, a sister who no longer called. Ruth's words pierced him. Kindness costs nothing but gives everything. That night, he lay awake, her letters scattered on his bed, wondering if he could reclaim purpose. The next week, James visited a local community center in Pilsen, a neighborhood vibrant with immigrant families. Hesitant, he offered to teach free sewing classes, inspired by Ruth's generosity. The center's director, Maria, welcomed him warmly, handing him a key to a small classroom. Word spread, and soon, women from Mexico, Guatemala, and Syria filled the room, their hands eager to learn. As James taught them to thread needles and stitch seams, he shared Ruth's stories. The women nodded, some sharing their own tales of hardship and hope. One evening, as he demonstrated a hem, a familiar figure appeared at the door: Anna, his sister, drawn by a flyer she'd seen. "I didn't know Grandma Ruth did all that," she said softly, joining the class. They worked together, stitching aprons, their silence giving way to apologies and laughter. Months later, the classroom buzzed with creations: dresses, scarves, even a quilt for a local shelter. James placed Ruth's letters in a frame above his sewing machine, a reminder of her legacy. Each morning, he walked to the community center, with a lighter heart, knowing that a single stitch could mend a community and a family.